guys, welcome back to Red Dead Videos. I'm Mark, and I'm here with Patrick.
Hey guys.
And today we've got another episode of Talking Red Dead, the show where three friends sit around and talk about Red Dead. But today, Nate isn't here with us, so it's just going to be me and Patrick. So today we have a few comments that are somewhat similar, so we thought we'd answer them in the same video. And the comments come from our fans. As you guys know, we get comments from you guys, and then we talk about them in videos. So be sure to leave comments. The first comment comes from Gage Wright, and he asks, what type of guns do you think will be on Red Dead 2? And the second question comes from Jay Church, and he says, what kind of guns could put into the game, new and old ones, such as the Buffalo Rifle and more? Thanks.
All right. Well, spelling errors aside, I think what they're trying to say is they want us to talk about what guns we think are going to be in the next Red Dead, and I guess what guns we want to see. So I guess we'll go to Mark first. What do you want?
So the first question, what type of guns do you think will be in the next Red Dead? It really just depends on the time period, right? Because, I mean, guns change a lot in, short time sometimes. So, like we said, if it was basically set in the same time period, obviously we would see similar guns. But if it was set in the future or in the past, guns could be drastically different depending on how long or how big of a change the time period is.
Yeah, and I don't think they are going to do anything drastic like that. So I think what we can probably expect is the guns, to be fairly similar to the old games, and then they probably can just add more that they sort of think they missed in the first game. But I think we're going to get a lot of returns from the last game, and just in general, the same style of weapons.
Right, I think it's pretty safe to assume it will be similar types of weapons. So on to the next question, kind of like what do we want, or what guns do you think they could put in? I mean, a lot of the guns I would want to see come back. One gun I would love to see come back is the Mauser pistol. That was one of my favorite. It was like this. What's it called?
Mauser.
There's no T. You're right. Anyways, it was the one that looked kind of like, I don't know. To me, it kind of looked like
we'll get a picture.
We'll get a picture. To me, it kind of looks like Han Solo's gun from Star Wars, which I always thought was kind of cool.
Sure.
It looks, I don't know, it just looks really cool to me. And one thing, I was searching online for a picture of this, and I saw one with a stock on it, which made it look actually really cool too. And I was thinking maybe it would be cool you could put attachments on guns. Now I don't want it to be all out attachments where every gun has all these attachments, and it's kind of like every gun has to have a certain amount of attachments. I just think if there's something like this that was actually real, like a stock on this pistol, it looks pretty cool, and I think it would be cool if they could add that kind of thing.
So also what I found when I was doing a little research for this video is a gun that I guess I've seen in some videos or video games before. It's pretty classic from what I've heard. I'm no gun nut, but that's what people say. And that is the M1911. So if you don't know what that looks like, we'll have a picture up. But basically, it's one of the first modern-looking handguns. It's held up very well because people still use it to this day. And there's actually I found a poster, concept art for Red Dead Redemption with a picture of Edgar Ross holding one. So they had him in that time period, and they had him in the game, sort of, but we never got to use one. So I think that'd be cool if we got to use those.
Yeah, that would definitely be cool. Another thing I want to mention that I would definitely want to see a comeback in the new Red Dead game is throwing knives, and I think they had tomahawks. I mainly use these in multiplayer, and I'm not sure if you could get them in single player. I never used them in single player, but it definitely would be cool to have those come back since they're really fun to use.
Also, another thing that I think is interesting is around the early 1900s is when the invention of the suppressor was created. So maybe you could actually get a suppressor on some guns. Not all guns, just the ones that make sense, kind of. And then, that could just change the gameplay a little bit. Maybe a little stealth or something.
Yeah, or if not, just have a cool unlock or attachment to your gun. And even if it didn't change gameplay drastically, I think that would be really cool. And of course, I want to see the classic Western guns, the revolvers, and the sawed-off shotgun was pretty cool. That's the classic Red Dead gun, and all those the classic guns from the game.
Winchester repeater.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see all those guns, but yeah, I'd definitely like to see the 1911 and the Mauser pistol, and maybe some attachments. Could change things up.
And so I think that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe if you are a fan of Red Dead and you want to see our videos. We post weekly or sometimes more often, and we answer all your questions and videos. So make sure to leave a comment if you have a question. And I think that's it. This is Red Dead Videos. See you guys later.